So I wanted to take you around the garden today, and it's a nice sunny beautiful day today, probably in the 60s, mid to upper 60s, which is, great for February. We did have some really high winds yesterday, but today's nice and beautiful, so I just wanted to show you around. So not too much going on this week. The new thing I did this week was I put this trough out here. I'm actually going to grow potatoes in here, but I did get some little strawberry starts. Now, they probably won't give me strawberries until maybe fall, but really next year. But I was on one of the farming kind of supply seed websites, and they had 25 starts for like $7, so I couldn't beat that. But I'm actually going to get this tower to grow them in, but since I already had them and the tower wasn't here yet, so I just put them in this trough that I'm going to grow the potatoes. And I just have native soil and compost, my homemade compost in here, and then I'll plant the potatoes. So I'll show you that in a few weeks. But the garden this week, not much change. The other thing is I did cut the cover crop, and there will be a video about that. But yeah, let's just take a look. And the herbs are starting to perk up. This is the bed with all the brassicas. So them collards can be picked, and there's spinach that can be picked. Some broccoli that can be picked. I've been picking the calendula to dry. Mustard's still going good. The favas and garlic, some of the favas got a little blown down, so I can prop them up, or I'll just pick them and give them to the chickens. So you can see the peas are growing quickly. Let's see if any of the peas have started to come up and sprout. Not quite yet. I don't see any coming up yet. I did water. I watered by hand from the rain barrels this week, because it hasn't rained in about over a week. So they definitely needed some water. And then this was the bed that I had the cover crop that I cut down. And this is what they look like. So it'll be, another 4 weeks or so before I plant in here, but cut it all down, and there'll be a video on that. So these are some beets. They're red beets that, they kind of get long and pointy. So I'm just going to get in here and give them a pull, shake off the dirt, and you can see them here. I went around. I think there's a few more in here. Yeah, see there's one right here. And these are some of my favorite ones, and the stems and the leaves are good. So I think that's about it in the front garden, but there is a lot going on with the seedlings, so I will show you that. So I just wanted to show you, here is the tomatoes and peppers, and they are doing so well. And I think I'll give them like another week because they are starting to get their true leaves here. I've moved them outside to let them get a little stronger, and there's a little more sun here. This is kind of shaded, but then as the day goes on, it gets a little bit more sun here and there. And here was the mixed greens, and the little onions are coming up, and the arugula, they are super tiny, but they haven't really come up yet. And then here are the beets, and you can see these are red beets, but if you come along you can see where the golden beets are, and them are tiny little fennel, and then little bok choy. And then here's the seedlings that are about 3-4 weeks old, so a couple more weeks and they'll be ready. So even the flowers have started. If you come in, these are the little bachelor buttons. Little marigolds. So I'm super excited. Spring's come along. I've started some other seeds, and I'll show you what I started this week with the seeds. I just wanted to share with you the seeds that I'll be starting this week. So I'm going to do the second round of tomatoes. The first round was cherries. Now this round is slicers. And you know, I have a variety here. I have grown all these before. And these hillbilly ones, you get these nice big tomatoes from them, and they're super tasty. And then, you know, there's some other standard ones. These Johnny seeds are from last year, so I'm looking forward to them. Now I'll be planting probably like 12 plants here, and then I'll be selling the rest or giving them to neighbors. And then I was gonna start some zucchini, and then some tomatillos, and then I was wanting to start some lemon cucumbers, but I didn't have any seed. And then I have some passion fruit seeds. So I have a passion fruit vine here that I grow on my fence, and then these are the seeds that I saved from last year. And I actually looked it up, and it says it's best to use them fresh. But, you know, that won't be until summertime will I have any passion fruit. So I'll try and see if any of these come up, and otherwise I'll just keep it in mind come this fall, and maybe I'll start some and then keep them in the greenhouse over winter. And I'll be starting everything in these 4-inch pots and under some lights. Earlier this week I started some seeds, and I was talking about the passion fruit. So this is the passion fruit vine. I have it growing on the fence here. Now they are sensitive to frost, but we haven't really had any heavy frosts, and because it's on the fence, it's a little more isolated. And I started some seeds from last year, but then I said that they really do best with it was fresh, and I didn't have any. But today when I went to feed the chickens, look what I found. That's a fresh one. So I will open that up and start these seeds. And you see the dogs. Who's there? Cosmo. Waylon. So that is this week. You know, lots going on, mainly seeds starting, and that's kind of how it goes for late winter. So until next week, and if you have any questions or comments, put it below. And I would love to hear from you where you are and if you have started anything in your garden. And thank you.